Hello. Technically speaking, all land in the UK is ultimately owned by the Crown, and the most that anyone else can have is called an estate in land. Estate in land means the rights which a person has to control and use the land. An estate owner is often said to have ownership of the land, but legal specialists prefer to use the term tenure to express the way people hold land. The three main forms of estate or forms of tenure in the UK are freehold, leasehold and commonhold. Freehold. Houses are generally sold freehold, but newer houses may be leasehold. Freehold means that you own the building or property and the land it is on. You do not have to pay ground rent to anyone. You can freely make alterations to your property if you have planning permission. Leasehold. Flats are generally sold leasehold. If you own a leasehold property, you do not own the land it is on, and you can own neither the shed parts like the entrance, hallway or stairs, nor the structure of the building. You must pay ground rent and a service charge to the landlord. You have to comply with any restrictions the landlord puts in the lease. For example, not to have pets or not to run a business from your flat. You must have the landlord's permission to make structural alterations to your property, even if you have planning permission. The first person who buys a leasehold property signs a lease to use the occupancy of the flat for a certain number of years, like 99 years. Every time the property is sold, the lease is assigned to the new buyer, so the length reduces. As your lease gets shorter, the value of your flat will decrease. Commonhold. Commonhold is a form of ownership or tenure for multi-occupancy developments. Each flat, townhouse or house in the complex owns the freehold of the home, and the commonhold or residents association owns and manages the common parts of the property. There are standardized rules for commonhold. Commonhold gives owners more control over the management of their development than leasehold does, but very few commonholds have been created since the system was introduced in 2004. An interesting statistic: half of England is owned by less than 1% of its population. About 25,000 landowners, mainly members of aristocracy and corporations, have control over half of the country. Thank you very much, and see you next time for more Peter's Pills to improve your legal English.